start the output on YouTube and take away the monitor from my computer, from my microphone. Hello, hi. And I forgot to activate the filters on YouTube Studio. I always forget about something, so the scuff is still here. The scuff is still here. I mean, it never left. So let me just put on some very nice effect so I can be shiny. Wait, no, this isn't really shiny though. Huh. Let's do something else, yeah? Let's go with my usual subtle backlight. Yeah. This is me, right? So, how do you like the new model? How do you like the new model? Or, well, the new rigging? Well, not really new rigging, more like new capture method. This is officially the first stream without hardware scuff. Yeah, of course it is. It better be. It better be. I murdered the last computer, and now I have this one. This is my... Oh, fuck. Okay, we will need to get used to this for a bit, as I also will be reworking the rigging in a bit. Just because I have some very, like, you see this, like, you see it, you see why, okay? You see why I need to kind of rework the rigging on this one. But for now, it works, so it works quite well, and it is quite expressive, actually. So I really like it. It's the same model. I just have I just have the new laptop with me. The new computer, you know, the thing that, you know, like, the thing. I got the new thing. Eh? 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 Hehehe. Yeah. Having a new laptop with me, actually. Yeah. Listen! It's because I'm smiling, okay? I'm happy. I'm incredibly happy of being here. And, well, I have a small thing called, you know, I rigged this to be much more easily trackable in a way. Like, I need way less movement to get more stuff. So the A was supposed to be like not as common. I still need to pretty much fix a few things, but I'll get there. It's incredibly nice still to be able to stream like this. Also, I'm probably switching mostly to Twitch now in the future because of the pretty much because of reasons. Rather, I prefer YouTube to be an archive. Thank you. Of course it's super smooth. Of course it is super smooth. Like, it's smoother also because I have like double the frame per second. I have like double FPS than I had in the previous one. I'm going at 60 FPS pretty much. I refuse to go any higher because I know VTube Studio allows for 120, but they're not necessary. 60 FPS is more than enough. Same for games, like more than 60, you don't need that much. Like you legitimately do not need those many frames per second when you're playing a game. I think. I might just be too stupid to know why or how you might want more for the human eye. I don't think the human eye can go too much higher. Also, is Twitch? Let me do a thing for Twitch. Need to check for the no, it doesn't. Okay. Never mind. Mm-mm. Yeah, exactly. It's like I can get between 30 and 60. But between 60 and 120, the difference is too minimal. At least I can't see it, so, well, I don't think I can see it. Maybe it's there, but it's like, oh, it's there. Okay, fine, but anyway. Yeah, let me sip some water, because today I do not have tea. I forgot to wash my thermos, and now I really need to wash it. I will not be washing it today, as in on stream. I will be washing it later today, but not now today, okay? So I have water. I am back into the water gang. I might get coffee later during the live stream so I can have some energy boost. And then, yeah. Anyhow, today planned for the live stream, I have drawing. The art grind is back pretty much. I can't work on commissions live because of the kind of commission I'm doing. And I don't want to get banned. And I was kind of asked not to share it to many people, so I can't work on it live. I cannot work on it live, so yeah, we have that. Also, why is my eye moving so much? Anyway. Water. 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 Yeah, okay. Oh my fucking... Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me recalibrate. Model, please. Can you please model, please? Can you please do the thing? Wow. Okay. Okay, it's better. Yeah, pretty much. I also no longer have my computer now is on the side rather than on top. So if you see me working, looking at the side, and I'll put the chat over here actually, so I can, have show when I'm actually looking at the computer. It's like I'm looking at the chat from my computer, at least, because I have it on the left now. So yeah. Wait, I need to open the YouTube comment part. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah, this way I can redirect people from YouTube to here. Just that. I just need to be able to know that. Anyway, let's change screen. Okay. You might notice that I have changed the position of my model and the size for the working scene. Well, I'm on top of the chat. This is because I am stupid when I made this thing, like the overlay, and I don't want to remake it because I kind of like it for now. And the chat will be too small, so it will be worthless to have it, but it's still there. So if I can just You can see the chat right now, okay? And also because I have found that it is pretty much impossible to clip my stuff without my model looking a bloody, blurry mess, okay? I said bloody in a derogative sense. I might be turning British. Which? British? Really? Oh, well, I'm joking, I'm joking. If you're British, you're pretty cool. Everyone is cool. Let's open a new file. Because a thing I wanted to work on right now is my line work. I no longer know how to line stuff. Like, I don't know how to, but I fucking hate it. And I need to get used to doing more line heavy work because it is quicker to do than fully painted ones. As in, not, oh, so like a manga where it's shaded, etc. No. I mean it like, just a line work, okay? Having a line art. Also, tell me if my microphone doesn't sound nice or anything, or if you want to ask anything of me. Okay. Wait, I forgot to do a thing. Hold on. Yeah. I'm afraid that my microphone is speaking, okay? I don't want to peek. I am not one of those streamers. Uh, okay. What's PP? What's PP? What does PP mean? Because I know a meaning of PP, but what PP? Like, what PP are you talking about? Like, pretty please? Pretty picture? Pretty portrait? Pretty? Mm-mm. I will be drawing my OCs. So, Onyx, Fleur, and the Adrieti gang. For I'm kind of working on it still. We're having some improvements in Adrieti. Pretty much I have finally a way to explain alchemical creatures, and that's all thanks to Lyra. Lyra, fucking love you. Fucking love Lyra. Also known as Messer 87. Um, yeah. Oh, well, it's fine. Like, it's fine if you're going to sleep earlier, actually. I am not here to keep you from sleeping because your brain deserves the rest. And considering the period of time, like the moment in the year, this is like exam season for many people. It's almost exam season for me as well. And it's fine if you got to sleep. So, really, we have that. Like, it's fine. Like, we get that. I get that. It's fine. It's, we gotta do what we gotta do. And if you got to sleep, you gotta sleep. So, have a nice rest of your night. Pretty much if you're sleeping or dying midstream. You can still lurk. No exams! What a life! I can't imagine it. life without exams truly is. Sounds like bliss. Like for real. Mm. Yeah, if you wanna watch me draw, go on. Yeah. Mm-mm. What the fuck happened to my model? What the fuck is going on with my model? I don't even know what the fuck is going on. Let me just. Okay, I might have to decrease the. I need to decrease the expression boost. I can't be as expressive, guys. Wait! No, I'm stupid. Of course, I am stupid. Pretty much. The issue was not really with fine tuning and other things, but the issue was my microphone. Because my microphone was pretty much blocking my face. Because I do have a little stand that is pretty much just a jar of gesso, like artist gesso. So I use that to keep the microphone close to my face and further away from my screen. As having it close to my screen pretty much also means that it is close to my keyboard and close to my mouth. So that is why I usually have the gesso thing. It's pretty much just a jar. It's like, it just keeps it up a bit. Well, it was going in front of my webcam. So think of that what you will, but if I am blocked by my webcam, I don't really think that I can, be tracked decently. I will have up until here blocked. My mouth will not really show that much. And I might not be, and I might just lag. Mm. Yeah. At how long are we? I think I might be starting to do. I think that I might start doing is probably going to be. I will be starting to. I will start to advertise myself pretty much. So, usually 30 minutes from 30 minutes, we will be having a short, small introduction, or just even, just me reminding you to check out my socials. For I do have, other socials other than Twitch, and I'd like to advertise them. It is important for me pretty much. Like, it is important for the channel rather than me. I am being held by the content creation gods at a gunpoint. I am being held at a gunpoint by the content creation gods to, yeah, you need to advertise yourself. But I don't wanna. You have to advertise your other socials or people won't know where to find you. But I don't wanna. You have to. But now you have to do it now. So yeah. I don't like this pose. Let's just draw heads. But guess what? I forgot what you said or what I was saying. I legit, yeah. Yeah, but like it's boring. I am not a television. Well, considering the fact that Twitch should be putting ads sometimes. No, right now Twitch does not put ads on my stuff. So I'm happy about I'm fine with that. I am the ads Twitch will be putting around. But yeah. You know, thinking about original characters, I have currently discovered an incredible thing about Genshin Impact. The fact that, okay, pretty much this is about Genshin. Because following the Luna 4 Archon quest, I have seen an increase in people who like Dottore. And a trend that came up with that is the Dottore segment OC. And holy fuck, I am so happy this stuff is happening because it truly feels like we're going back to 2016 and 2018 period of time. It reminds me a lot to Undertale OCs. But the good part of the community, like the part who was just there to have fun, no hate, just there to play as silly characters. It's literally just, I find it wholesome as much as it is not very wholesome, the character they are using as a base for their character, but I absolutely love this thing. Because it is important to remember that this is making something that people enjoy. And it might also bring more people into the original character's world or the role playing world. And it is important for me that this thing continues to go on because for me, creating worlds is my passion. Creating characters is part of that. And if more people start doing something like that, it is just, it's like I'm seeing people continue a legacy I'm part of. And yeah, pretty much it's a wholesome thing. And before anybody calls that cringe, you're cringe. Sorry, people like to have fun and have a world full of whimsy and fun and wholesomeness and just live their life in a way that brings them joy. If you call that cringe, like making an original character starting from the base of another character, and you call that cringe, very, very nicely, go fuck yourself with a broken glass bottle, please. Like, the reason right now I am so passionate about my OCs in Adrieti, such as Onyx and Fleur, it all stems from being passionate about my OCs in middle school. Ignore the fact that Onyx was pretty much created around that same period of time, although it was like a few years later, the end of middle school for me, but um, the reason I'm so passionate is because these characters are part of a world I've been working on for years. And other than that, I've got to know them. They are they are part of me in a certain way. Well, not really part of me, but like part of me, if you know what I mean. It's like a console you've had for a fuckload of time. Like, imagine this is like a 3DS. This character is like a 3DS for me. It might be old, it might have gotten through stuff, but it's it's part of who I am because I've grown up with it. So yeah, let's start cleaning up maybe and focus on the expressions. I might also be trying more stylized styles or stuff like that. I really just need to get back into the art grind today, so why are you angry? Oh, it was about the advertising. My bad. Sorry, chat, I do not read chat. I get busy yapping and I forget to do it. I'm sorry. glad to hear you enjoy me going on tangents, because that's the whole thing about the channel. I like going on tangents. Again, if I was a guide, I'd be the worst fucking guide ever. I make the stuff. I do not go through it. A thing about if you're an artist, a thing that I really recommend when you're going back at practicing is that it depends on what you gotta practice, okay? Like you want to practice realism, then sure, you can start from something very much different from what you do. But for me, I'm going back at a style that I use more for what I do for the institute I go to. It is important for me that, I try having a more consistent style throughout, starting from lining, because the stuff I make for the institute is most often enough made with ink and paper. And using a dipping pen, often enough you are bound to have to do stuff through line. While here, when I work digitally, I usually go for filling and area. It's like the difference between a square and the frame of a square. Let me show you. Let me show you. Like, I usually work, let's use a cube actually, rather than a square, because a square is a bidimensional being. Well, not a being, a form. Let's start with the framework of a cube. Okay, for a cube, you actually usually you draw the lines from outside it, the part that you see, and your brain is the one that fills in the rest. For example, the back. Yeah, let's ignore how I am pretty much just winging this. Okay, this is the framework of a cube. Okay, while this is similar as to how I work traditionally, the style at least, I don't really work with filling. I work like this. I usually draw some creatures similar to one of the beings Lyra has made. So Larva has these creatures. Well, this creature. That's the creature that I'm going to use as a base for alchemical creatures in Adrieti. For I this way I have a reference on how a alchemical creature, pretty much born adult, should be working. Okay, works and well, rather than just work, behaves, because I need that for a character I'm working on. Um, but I was very interested in the concept of a half human and half bug, um, like a centaur of sorts, but they're bipedal and they have wings. Nothing much. Biologically, definitely impossible to happen, but they're nice to draw. Okay, this is what I usually work for the how I usually work for the institute. Okay. Very line heavy. Um, you know, okay. And I don't erase, okay, in this situation, because I can't erase, okay? So, what happens when I usually work for myself, okay? How I work for myself usually is more like this. Well, I hope you've seen it. And of course, these two can merge because I'm still working. So if I work in a way, it's bound to blend over the other. Like, starting with lines. Okay. And then fill, fill, filling them in. Okay. I work, but I work more in a lines are supporting. Okay, I are giving support to the value. Okay. Like this. The line is but an addition to the values. I am not going to do a quick drawing as of this. Like this, okay. But usually it's more like let me see. Like this. Okay. I'll just draw myself because no, that's no. The eye patch is for Onyx, Israel. Remember that. Okay. Usually I just go layer below because I have more layers and you fill in. Okay, you fill in. Okay. Lower it. Lower the opacity. Let's merge them because I am not going to work on it too much, okay? And then have the thing, shade the stuff, and so on. Add the parts that you're missing. Erase the parts that are not fine because you have that possibility. Like in painting with paint. When you're painting with paint, you're you're likely working more on the filling, on the shape, on the form, on the value, rather than when working with ink. Do I really use paint? Well, not anymore. Uh, it's a pain to set up, and I don't even really have a hand cam, so I can't show you working, and that's why I mostly work on my stuff on stream. Because it's a possibility I have, and I can chat with you guys, and it's fun. But still, I work via filling stuff. Because filling stuff is fun. Going is stuff related to values, grace, etc. Of course, right now I'm doing it more like so that the black and white adds to the um feeling of like what it's showing. So let's get another gray here. Like this. So I'd like to have a more, hold on, let me just, there's a little contrast. Okay, so, you get the point, I hope. So, via this, I just want to go more towards this, okay? But I want to have a similar level of detail or refinement as of this. I hope you get it. But yeah. So, I'm trying to get that back. I'm trying to learn that. Learn how to fuse my two styles. Because there's several parts I like about one and the other that I'd like to, I'd like to see them together. Water, my throat is hurting because I've been talking for so long. Water. Water, 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 water. Water, water. No. Come back. No. Here. Here. Uh-huh. Okay, we are almost, well, we surely passed the 30 minutes mark where I was supposed to advertise myself, but I'll do it now. Hey everyone! Do you want some commissions done? Check out my Vision. I do drawing there. Hey, you want to follow me for more? Follow me on YouTube. Because, well, that's where I make a short form video and sometime a longer kind of video, but I'm still working on the thing, okay? And follow my socials, whatever, the links are in card. So, it's right here below. easternlocturia.car.com for everything. I should have done the introduction before. Oh well, I'll do it now. Hello everyone, this is Eastern Nocturia, your... Hold on. Can I do it? Okay. Hello, this is Istro Nocturia, your cosmic shade librarian, VTuber, whatever you want to call me as. I am an artist and I make stuff, so if you want anything, check out my VGen. You want to look at my other thing, they're on YouTube. astrolnocturia.car.co has every single link you need to know about. So go check out the stuff. And also, drop a follow here. Just in case, you know? I stream every Friday and every Sunday at the same time, pretty much right now, but an hour earlier. And check the time now and do the math. I started 30 minutes ago, so it's 15 GMT plus 1. Okay. Did I advertise myself nicely? Shh, shut up, shut up, shut up. Okay, shut up. Okay, was the advertisement decent? Did I advertise myself nicely? But was that a pain to watch? I don't care, because if you're here, you're definitely enjoying the pain. Okay, good to know. Thank you very much for staying. Let me check YouTube. Okay, nobody on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me take a pause and go check over on Twitter. I refuse to call Twitter X. I'm sorry, it's Twitter. Mm-hmm. 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 Uh, 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 uh. My the brain juices is off. And it's 20 minutes to the pause. Well, in 20 minutes, I will be going on pause to go get some coffee for myself. Because I have a coffee schedule, which is normally my coffee schedule is it's about when I wake up, lunchtime, and then 4 p.m. Another thing I do for my coffee is that I usually have an extra one just in case when I need it. Like I have a maximum of 4 coffees a day. I hate it, but my heart is the caffeine. I do not have a heart condition, okay? I do not have heart conditions of sorts. It is just that I do not want to develop one because of, the amount of caffeine that I can consume in one day. Because I am definitely capable of having more than 6 coffees in a day, or a singular mug of a mocha pot coffee, adding 2 coffees beforehand. I did have a while back, a few years ago, I must say, a whole mocha pot, which is about 4 shots of espresso in one go, pretty much. It was hell. I was on the couch, laying down, suffering. Umbriel was very concerned about that. But we do not care about what Umbriel says, because he is meant to be ignored. No, sorry, not Umbriel. We listen to what Umbriel says, because he is the voice of reason. Polaris, on the other hand, we listen to him because it's fun. The voice of reason is important to listen to, but also very important to ignore, Because if you only follow reason, it's boring. It's boring. It's not reasonable for me to make for me to make this. It would be more reasonable for me to show my face hidden by a mask. To keep into privacy. It is not reasonable to start a streaming career, actually. But who is reasonable over here? Not me. I am not someone who is sound of mind, guys. I am not someone whose sanity should be taken into, how do you say? I do not know how to say it. Oh, yeah, got it. My sanity is not guaranteed. Okay? So, I'm the theater kid. Just know that I am the theater kid, okay? So, I also was a band kid. So, Do I add the filling? No. No, I don't want to cut the layer. I want to see. Oh. Hold on. Here. Alright. Try 26. Practice. One. Okay. Let me clean up slightly here. So this line work does look nice. Of course, a theater kid is a combo. We usually go hand in hand. Well, sort of. Let's say that per what I've heard, not everybody can be a theater kid and a band kid at the same time. I was not at the same time. I was first a band kid and then a theater kid. Because they both take an insane amount of time. Like, if you're in, well, for me it was orchestra, okay? But if you're in orchestra, the amount of stuff you have to study for it, because it is pretty much, it's an extra subject. You have to study for the instrument as well. While for theater, it depends on your part. You can have 5 lines or a single monologue. And, well, no, okay, a monologue is actually hell to learn. You can't just learn a monologue. It's fucking pain because you do not have the attack and response. You have to say that. You do not have room for for making shit up on stage as well. Because if you're making jokes and stuff, you can just go, "What the fuck was that? Oh, I forgot my line." And that, well, that thing, well, I am not dealing with that. How? What do you mean? What do you mean of that? Okay, and you need to, and the other person hopefully catches on and continues and brings the thing forward to an end to the next line, because on stage it does not stop. You keep on going. Yeah, it's nice to get what I mean. So yeah, if you get what I mean because you were in an orchestra or band, you know the pain. Another thing on orchestra is that, I mean, luckily, I mean, if you mess up, you're fucked. But if you do not play the note, there's probably someone else catching it for you. So, at least you have that. Let me change the color of this. Mm-mm. Hey, have a nice sleep. I don't know if I'm late saying that, but I hope you get a nice rest and see you next time. Bye bye, Mr. Missing. It was nice having you. Mm-mm. What? Chat, reminder for you all that if you make stuff online, to check your Twitter DMs every so often. Because, you know, so you can pretty much block out the bots. So, yeah. Is Twitch not working? Okay. Very good, very good. Yeah. Oh, fuck my microphone. It's 4 p.m., so it is time for me now to go on pause and finally have a coffee. Time for me to get a coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. We love the coffee here. We love coffee here. Okay, where can I? Mm-mm. Time to check on the sleepy button. And I have the coffee. 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 Do you enjoy coffee? I surely do. I also had a Kinder Bueno. Because it is good as well. So yeah. Let me recalibrate my face real quick. So. Wait, no. Okay. Face calibrated and ready to go. By the way, how are you guys? I haven't asked you for a while, so yeah. I will be sipping on the coffee for a bit and then I'll be back at drawing, you know? So, yeah. I also will be doom scrolling on Twitter because that's what I do. Okay, I tried doom scrolling on Blue Sky, but I have a very small issue with Blue Sky is that unfortunately, because the platform I really like, and I'm trying to post more art on there, but my issue is that if you look at cakes, okay? I was looking for cake. A cake, you know? The food. Okay, I hope you understood it as soon as I said the cake, that I did not mean somebody's rear end. My issue is that if I look up cake on the Blue Sky search bar, I will get images of people's rear end. Which, sure, it's because we are, you know, we're pretty much in that kind of world, so yeah. But if I look in other places, I will get the. I will not get the food even in other places. I might just be too used to Tumblr as well. I. What? What? Why? Why is Google search bar? Why is Google Images the only place where I can find cake as in the food when I look for cake? I'll go. This stream can end here. This stream can end here. I do not care. What the fuck was that? Nah, I'm joking, of course. I'm not ending it over that, but what the fuck? Humanity! What the fuck? I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I do not know what to say because what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Like, what? Humanity, you sicken me. Coffee gone. Let me drink a sip of water too, so I hydrate and don't only have caffeine in my system. But yeah. What the fuck was that? I am no longer. Why? Why humanity? Why humanity? Why can't why can't somebody just look for food? Why can't somebody just look for food? I want to look at food. Not at that. Ah, mm-mm. Eh, da, da, da. Mm-mm. Let me go back to my working. Whoop! What was that? What was that? Huh? 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 Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow. How do you say your name? Balcausa? Um, no, Bicausa. Okay. Well, B1 Cause, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the library. I am Eastern Nocturia, your cosmic shade VTuber who does art. And yeah, currently I am working on a OC drawing. Well, practicing. Okay, I am back on the art grind, and I'm kind of practicing. Oh, my apologies for the model. I need to fix the tracking and stuff. But thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you're enjoying here. If you have anything to say, anything to ask, just ask in the chat. And yeah. Hello. Hello. So how are you doing? Out of curiosity, of course. Are you? That's good to hear. Very good to hear. Yeah. Mhm. Da, 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 da. Okay. 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 I do not know what to ask. I hope you did not enter the call. Not the call. This is not a call, guys. This is a live stream. I am not calling you. Okay. Um, I hope you did not join the live stream while I was complaining about websites because I thought unfortunate of me because when on Twitter the first thing I search when searching for cake is the food, but as soon as you scroll down, it's the same as Blue Sky. I was complaining about that. And I do not like that. I pretty much just wanted to look for, pretty much that stems from that one time I tried looking for food on Blue Sky. Simply enough because I wanted to add it to my For You page. So I could have something more to look at. Okay? And yeah. Yeah. I am not gonna elaborate that. I'm not going to elaborate on that anymore. Like, seriously, I hope you did not join during that. Because that was a hell of a rant. I'm not usually like that. A thing that I can talk about right now could be like my OC. My OC, the guy you're looking at here, the guy you're looking on the screen here is Onyx Bernstiftung. He is from a thing I'm working on called Adrieti. You might have heard me mention it before if you followed me for a while, but I assume, just assuming you're new because you just followed, he is pretty much the main character of something I'm writing, which is Adrieti. And I really, really care about him. So, yeah. He's just a guy. He's just a silly guy. And I really care about him. What else to say about him? Uh, uh, um, uh, I forgot my lines. 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 I do not know my lines anymore. What? Okay. 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 Let's think. Let's think, Istro. What do you always say about Onyx? What do you always say about Onyx? I forgot. Anyway, um, pretty much Onyx is what it's pretty. English, work, please. Thank you very much. Anyway, okay, Onyx is like one of my favorite OCs. Okay, ignore me getting a factory reset mid phrase. Okay, but this guy, my favorite OC. Like I've had him for the longest time, excluding like Eastrol, oh sorry, Eastrol is me. Sorry for speaking in third person. Anyway, Onyx is like one of the OCs I've had for the longest time. And I'm really fond of him. So yeah. That's pretty much a thing I care about. My character. Because characters are incredibly, incredibly important. Mostly when, you are you create stuff. When you create stuff, it is very, 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 very important to know what you're making. So, you know, it's good to know. Mm. And the reason I'm working like this right now is because I'm working on my lines. Like, I want to learn how to make more line heavy work rather than my usual illustrative. Yeah. Sorry for the rant. Sorry for the rant, really. I do rant a bit here. Rather than rant, I just go on tangents. So, yeah. Mhm. So what? So what? Um, why are you asking that? Well, the answer is no, I do not only speak English. But I'm curious of you why you're asking. Mm. Okay. I also speak Italian because I am native. I'm native Italian. Um, English is actually my second language, although I do have it too. I assume it's quite a high level. I hope it is a decently high level. But I mostly speak English on stream. Actually, my streams are um mainly in English for a simple reason. Oh, that too. That too. Yeah. It's pretty much like, imagine me as a bot with a language function. Each language should work. Okay? And when they don't, I get mad at them. I get mad at my own operating system because I am dumb. Pretty much. Oh, when I say I'm dumb or I'm stupid, it's in a haha joking way, okay? Laugh with me as I laugh at me, okay? It's so I don't actually feel bad for getting stuff wrong, effectively. So, you know, yeah. Yeah, I do speak English because it is the language that the most of the world speaks, but also because I have pretty much I'm chronically online. I will say that. I'm chronically online. I admit that. I know it is incredible news. Truly, as if I didn't just discover hot water, um pretty much being chronically online since the age of young. I've got to learn that English is the language most people use to communicate, and that most interesting people are not in Italy. So, guess what I did? Guess what I did? I logged the fuck in and I learned the language so I can speak to my friends and read more because, for example, Danmei. Do you know what Danmei is? Out of curiosity? Well, if you don't, it's pretty much Chinese boy love. Okay? To read that, since it only came to Italy like 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago is when they first translated Heaven Official's Blessing, which is pretty much the goat, like the goat after Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, because, you know, it Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation or Modao Zhe has like, how many stuff does it have again? An audio drama, a finished comic, a finished anime, a finished manga, a live action, a game. It has quite a few things. So yeah, um, you know, it. I started reading it like before. I started reading Heaven Official's Blessing before the official books were released. I read on a machine translation pretty much. So Danmei, Danmei, I'll write it in chat. It's Chinese BL. It's Chinese BL. Like it's Chinese boys love. I really like them because okay, because well, the ones I found, because I go towards content that has a plot outside of the love part. I tried reading other books that people say, oh, but it's not just that, it's not just that. No, I do not like romance centric stuff. If there's romance, I find it fun because it is at the drama. It adds to the drama. It adds to the content you can get. Like, do people struggle normally? Okay, and do people struggling plus struggling on top of that because stuff. Like, come on, come on, come on. How can you not like that? I like it because of the extra struggle, pretty much, or the extra wholesomeness. Because human interactions, when they are, you know, be it romantic or be it platonic, when they're wholesome, they're wholesome. So I really enjoy that. I really, really enjoy that. And I mean, the only reason I read the BL part is because people suggested me BL. Like, if it was with straight people, I would not care. If it is good, it is good. Same goes with lesbian. Same thing. If it good, it good. I do not care about the kind of romance. Okay, do I need to add the part where I say adults? Yeah, I probably need to add the part where I say adults. I do not care about romance done with adults. Not the posture check. Oh fuck, my back cracked. Ah, okay. No, I'm joking. My back is tendentially my back is tendentially straight. I do not shrimp that much. Mostly on live because it is easier for me to do my movements. Um, Other than that, yeah. Drink water. I already drank! Oh. You're gonna have so much fun when I hit affiliate, I guess. Wait, so I bug myself like that when I drink? I'm not drowning! I'm cactus! I can't drown! I will die! Sorry. I can't drown! I will die! I don't wanna drown! Actually, drowning is one of the worst ways to die. Because it is effectively choking, and the lack of oxygen sends your brain into panic. It goes in full flight or fight mode. So you will die, not only in an atrocious way because your lungs filling up with water is fucking terrible, because I don't know about you, but even just choking on water hurts. Coughing when you're sick hurts. Imagine with water inside them. Yeah, no. It's terrible. It's like one of the worst ways of death. I know stuff. I like learning stuff. I like learning macabre stuff, like dark stuff. It's fun. It's fun. I like dark stuff, guys. As in, I know stuff from medicine stuff, you know? Or history. It's weird. Wait, it's weird? No. It's not weird. I just acknowledge. Do not pick up the list of my favorite characters in media. Do not pick that up. Please. No, no. That females pretty much on the regular rape males? Yeah. Because females have a protopenis. Or that I can't remember if hyenas can't usually die of birth as well because of that protopenis. Must I know more? Another cool thing that I know is that this is not really dark, this is just incredibly cool. Chemosynthesis. Chemosynthesis. It's hee. First of all, don't call it pseudo-pee. In this situation, you can call it what it is. Wait, no. Wait, I can't! I'm the one who's not supposed to say that word. Because I'm the creator and I will get banned. No! I hate being unable to say stuff in a medical way without getting demonetized. I hate that. Yeah. Well, the cool fact, chemosynthesis. Chemosynthesis is pretty much, the thing plants do. Like, photosynthesis, but with chemicals. It happens deep in the oceans, where there's like these huge geysers of that send pretty much chemicals, like a lot of stuff. And I fucking love it. Thermal vents. Okay. Oceanic vents. There's like creatures you can only find there because it's toxic to other people, but to other things, but to other creatures, not things, because they're creatures nonetheless. They're corals mostly. Not really fishes, but that's so cool. Like, if we find extraterrestrial life, that's one of the things we might find, because as of now, we know of several planets, as far as I know at least, that could have that, and life can evolve there counterintuitively much easier than it can on the surface. Life started on water, technically thermal water. It is warm water with a lot of chemicals and minerals in it. And that's where life starts. And it's so cool. It's so cool. Like, I'm still waiting for the day we find we get bacterial samples from space. And a bacteria is not a pathogen. Let's remember that. Bacteria are living beings. Like, they're not pathogens. A pathogen is when it is an asshole towards us. A bacteria, we have bacteria working for us. So, just know that. Of course. Do your thing. I'll be still working. I need a reference for this. Pinterest, where are you? Hold on. Working on OC. Damn, how I love my OC. Look at him, like, look at him. He's my needle. I fucking love this guy. Let me check a few things. Hello, computer. Once I finish this, I am likely, like incredibly likely, going to play some Genshin on stream. I'll be playing some games on stream. Nobody said anything. Let me rephrase. I can play games on stream. I can play games on stream. I'm so happy about that. I can do something other than drawing, which is fucking awesome. It's a new thing for the new guys here. Pretty much until like last week, my computer was pretty much running on potatoes. Okay, I had enough energy on my computer. I had enough power to stream and draw. The model was not disanimated. In fact, most of the lag stuff right now that happens to the model, it did not happen before then because, well, I was not able to move as much as I do now. So, you know, the fact that I have normal movement here, well, more animated movement that is interesting to watch, you can thank my new laptop. Oh yeah, I passed from a computer to a laptop because I might need to carry this thing around. So, yeah. Having a stable source in a single place might be better and cheaper and easier to upgrade. However, when you need to carry it around, it it's not worth it, unfortunately. It is not worth it. Let me just water hydrating for the people who would ask me to hydrate if I had the redeem. I am hydrating, don't worry. Them scrolling again because it is me. Mm. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Enough doom scrolling. Time to go back. Mhm. Welcome back. Welcome back. I finished drawing this guy. I finished drawing this guy. Oh, by the way, I forgot to advertise myself. Uh, well, I think you already know what I am, so. Eastern Nocturia here, your cosmic shade VTuber who is also an artist. Follow me on my other social media. I have a VGen for commissions. Just check my card in the description here, or bio, or whatever. Check my socials pretty much. Sorry for the um apologies for the advertising, but I have to do it. Think of it as a sponsored stream, but I am myself my own sponsor, so you know. Later, once I finish this drawing, did you save? Oh no, I haven't in a while actually. Thank you very much for reminding me. Um, After I finish this and post it, you will get me posting it on stream. Okay. Um, Pretty much the whole process of me posting stuff. Okay. Essentially, struggling to find a caption and so on. Okay. Pretty much, I will be playing some games for a little bit of a pause and maybe just, having some fun though after the grind. Mm. It is important to wind off. Like, um, I do draw this stuff for fun. Okay, it is not my well, it is something I wish to do as a job, but it is also something I do for fun. So yeah, but we need to wind down in other ways than others. For me, winding down is like playing games. Oh, speaking of playing games, I might be playing games this Sunday. Um, I stream at the same time every Sunday and Friday, for they are the days I am free of other stuff. So I might be playing games on Sunday. Of course, I might also be drawing. It all depends, but I will probably be playing some games because I want to see how much this laptop can handle. Again, if you're since you're new, I had a potato powered computer since like last week. Like last Sunday, I did a quote unquote funeral for the PC. So yeah. Um. So I do not really know the power this laptop has on stream. Offline, it's quite powerful. I should check. I'm not shrimping. But I still need to crack my crack my back. Let me just clean up here. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, better like this. Hmm? Hmm. After I finish drawing, what game should I play? I was planning on playing Genshin, but I don't know if you'd like to look at me play something else. Win the lottery, have a date with LeBron. Win the lottery. I'd very much prefer winning the lottery. Mm-mm. Oh no, I just win the lottery and live. Give some money to charity and then disappear from the face of the earth and just do what I love. Just color this way usually do. No, I'm not coloring them like this. I unshrink my neck. What the hell? Yeah. Windows. Doing Windows stuff. most challenging part about Onyx is that I do not know, to be fair. Like, for me, I do not really like uh drawing his cards because I'm always afraid because, well, pretty much I have zero consistency of them. Like, regarding details, like, you've seen me draw, okay? You're seeing me draw. Um, keeping details consistent for me is hell, okay? So, you know, I do have elements that stay consistent, like the eye and that stuff, but I swear, like drawing the hair and that stuff for me, it's like, oh, pain. Shade this a little bit. Oh, I forgot. No, okay. I don't like coloring like this. This was meant to be line heavy, and I'm not making it like heavy. Uh, no. Okay. Okay. Oh no, the liquefied tool. I'm cheating. Oh no. Almost as if it isn't a tool that it is very incredible and that allows me not to have to redraw everything another time. Oh no. Mm-mm. I like it like this. What's this? What's the best art tip you have ever received? Hmm. I got no idea actually. Like, there's not a best one. But pretty much the thing that helps me most doing my art is just do your thing, have fun. Like that's the thing that makes me happiest. And another thing that really helps me do my art is actually um you can make mistakes. Like the best art tip you can ever get is you're allowed to make mistakes. Make mistakes. Notice the mistakes and then fix them. Because that's the way you learn. You cannot not make mistakes, mostly when you're doing art and you're new to it. You you can't not make them. Like pretty much you can make the mistakes because you're allowed to. You have to make mistakes to learn. And yeah, pretty much make mistakes, have fun. I remember also another thing that I really enjoy to believe now is, well, surprise, surprise, I do follow Picat. Um, oh, Noob mistaken? Hello, welcome to the library. I am Eastern Nocturia, your local and, well, yeah, your local cosmic shade who does art, is a VTuber, and does pretty much whatever they want. Um, what I was talking about regarding art tips is I do follow Picat because she has very good tips and tutorials, and the way she approaches art. Oh, I hope. Well, she should. As far as I remember, she goes by she, her. So if I misgender them or her, I do not know. Let me my mistake. Anyways, Picat has very good videos. Consider this a an endorsement to what they do. So yeah, um, pretty much a thing Picat said is that drawing is a gacha. It's like a gacha, and I am a gambler, so I'm a gambling addict. At least game wise, I do not spend money on it. So a thing that was said, like that Picat said. Hold on, hold on. Let me take my notes out. Let me take my notes out. I need a second. I need a second, okay? Pretty much. To quote Picat, okay? To quote Picat in a way, or paraphrase, whatever, drawing is a gacha. You don't always win, you will make mistakes, and not all drawings will come out perfect. Actually, no drawing is perfect, but that's a detail. But anyway, you will not always win, and that's fine. You just gotta push through it. Like how in gacha games you can, how in gacha games you can farm, and then there's a pity. The pity system is learning the fundamentals, learning the stuff, and that will help you make everything else. Yeah, I follow other people around, and I like other people like on the internet. I do not follow people around because IRL, because I pretty much do not go outside, so but the thing about following people online that is very important for me is that when you follow somebody, Okay, when you follow somebody and they have some good content, I do feel that you should be able to talk about them. In this case, for me, it's Picot, because her tutorials and her approach to drawing is actually incredibly good personally. I find it very inspiring, and yeah, pretty much that. Actually, let me reshape this canvas so I can. Where's the size? Oh, here it is. Here. No, I don't want the resolution, I want the size. Change canvas size. Let's make it just a bit wider. Okay. Like this. Okay, and let me just. Here, you go here. Here it is. A slightly better composition. What is it? Oh, it's an already established name. He is, well, not really established name, like, outside of here, but his name is Onyx Brandstiftung. He is a character in a story of mine. I've been working on for a few years at this point. You can see him on my other socials sometimes. Let me check real quick if I have some images of his on here on my computer. This is a drawing I made a while back. Yeah, I do have a project. I have quite a few. This is like a picture I drew a while back. This was started on. Hold on. No, it's Added canvas properties. No. Edit. How do you check for a canvas's properties? As in, window, canvas. No. No, okay, don't really know. It just gives me how long I've worked on it, but yeah. This is one drawing I did last year. Then I have this one. He's a little silly guy. Just a silly guy. This. Oh, this was something I was working on that I forgot about. Yeah. This is about not a lot of spoilers. It's about pretty much it is a classic fantasy stuff, but I am holding a lot of found families elements and yeah. Like the plot pretty much is Onyx does stuff, his character grows, a lot of stuff grows. I'm trying to put it like character development and openings for spin-offs regarding other characters. And yeah. It's pretty much the as usual as a story goes, it is like a hero's journey, pretty much, but I'm starting it from like, you know, usual stuff like oh, it's like you go in a bad place, etc. You're in a bad place, then you go into a good place and stuff. But it's mainly like a story that can, that I can, I have a storyline, but it can be, I can stop time and have a lot of stuff going on in a certain period of time. Because the story overall is not, I will say it, as far as it's planned, I do not feel it is very original because it is an average story. The thing I want to do with a story. Nope, I have a storyline, I'm writing it. But yeah, because it is like Adrieti, because that's the project name, is as far as I can say, because I'm trying to keep some stuff hidden, of course, because, let's not spoil everything right away. The storyline is divided in tales, and those tales are divided in acts. For example, for Onyx, it's Tale of Fire, and I'm currently only working on it rather than work on his Fleur's and Course, because I go in a, maybe it's a trilogy or whatever. It's like I'll use this file, I don't care, pretty much. I have Onyx. Okay, well, I'll explain it quickly. Pretty much I, oh, and I mean, I do have boy love elements between Onyx and Fleur. Like, Onyx is with because pretty much they started as OCs. Okay, they started as dolls I play with. Okay, I draw stuff with, I have fun with. Okay, they started as pretty much the equivalent of dolls. Then it all went down. Well, actually, no. Onyx started as a doll. Fleur entered in to get some plot, and then I started shipping them. And when the author ships something, well, it's very likely it will become something or will have something of the sort. In my case, I said, nah, let's go with it. They're together. They're together, but it's not the main plot, like they're just together. Pretty much Onyx has his story. Oh, and then I forgot about Core. Core. There's like a rivalry or enemies. Okay, these are the three. This is the trio I'm pretty much I have stuff planned for. In the future, I might add stuff because I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for me in the future. And that's why it's taking me so long because while I write, I have to take the notes and put them in a separate thing so I have like a dictionary. So I do not create plot holes of sorts, like too many plot holes, because I will fail on that. I know that already. It's fine. Like, Onyx has Tales of Fire. Corey's Tale of Thunder. And Fleur is Tales of, I recall it was like greenery. Or Tales of. No, it's Tale. Sorry, it's Tale, not Tales. Tale of Greenery. Like, this is the stuff I have planned for Adrieti at the moment. But that's because they're my OCs that I've had for a while. Well, Fleur is the youngest one. OC wise. Core is the oldest one, and Onyx is like right after Core. The history with Onyx and Core, it's like super fun to me because they started as the faces of a same coin, two faces of a same coin. They were like, I started like a, you know, blue, yellow, red thing. It was like something like that in middle school or start of high school with the original version of Eastrol. Then there's Core, and then there's Onyx. Onyx came later because only arrived when I started playing Hollow Knight. I really liked the trope of Grim. You know, the guy with the cold, okay? And pretty much I pretty much made fan art of a humanoid Grim, and then I said, oh, the design is nice, let me use it for something else. And edited it and turned it into Onyx. Who then became something like that. Yeah, it is complicated. I have too much stuff going on in my head. But pretty much it's like then Eastrol, original Eastrol, turned into me. Okay? And Onyx turned into his own self and actually became the main character. And I love that. Also because like this guy, Onyx, this I'm outing myself. Playing D&D, okay? I played D&D with Onyx a fuck ton. Like, he is one of my mains in D&D. Let me open a new file. Pretty much the characters I have in my universe. You can call it the Easterverse, okay? Many of the stuff I talk about here, like in my own universe, in my own stuff, okay? Call it the Easterverse, call it how you want. Easterverse is fun. But pretty much I have like people living around, characters and people living around me who are like, you know, we have the cosmic bubble. No, not the cosmic bubble. I can't remember how I called it. Yeah, with many people. I'm actually a dungeon master. Not now, but I was. I'm a quote unquote trained TM. uh yeah, I think I called it the cosmic bubble. Cosmic bubble is like it's like the library and the laboratory with in the library there's me, Polaris, and Umbriel. Okay? These guys you will hear me talk a lot about the cosmic bubble because these are people around me, effectively. And the laboratory has Lyra. Or also known as Messer. Pretty much, the cosmic bubble is a place where stars incarnate. I was born, I'm a cosmic shade. From the cosmic bubble, we're pretty much all cosmic shades. And we come from the cosmic bubble, we are born under stars, and we get their name. Almost all of us are cosmic. Being cosmic shades, we hold some powers, such as shape-shifting, creating worlds, and magic. So, when I say that, I'm from the cosmic bubble, I mean this, okay? And when I say that I'm a cosmic shade, I mean this, okay? Pretty much in the library, me, Polaris, and Umbriel pretty much co-inhabit. I'm technically a student under Umbriel, but yeah. The institute is where most of us study because we are there. And oh no, I'm not. I'm explaining I'm not explaining the correct thing. I will make a video about this. Do not worry. I just need some time to make it. Okay. As I mentioned, I changed computer and I need to edit the video and make the audio stuff again, like all that stuff. So, pretty much the cosmic bubble. We're cosmic shades. We're born under stars. Okay, like that's why Lyra is the name of a constellation and that of a cosmic element, because Lyra was actually born under Messier 87. Fun fact: it's one of the black holes we have pictures of, alongside of Sagittarius, something else. I can't remember. I like that's what they were born as. Yeah, I do have one. It should be in my bio. I do mostly post short form content rather than long form because I suck at long form and rather, well, not really because I suck, but because I have no energy and no time to do it. People who make long form content, I do not know how you guys do it. You guys, awesome. Like, absolutely awesome. My brain cannot process more than a minute and a half of footage and recording. It takes me too long, too much already. So, yeah. So you have that. But yeah, I do have a YouTube account. As long as Twitter, Blue Sky, Tumblr, you should be able to find everything on my card. As long as my commission page. So yeah. I'm probably going to I will remember myself to finish, make whatever I started. I do not even remember. No. Okay. Regarding Cosmic Bubble, I did start to make a lore video for myself, but I did not start one for the Cosmic Bubble. Okay, I confused them. My bad. My bad. I have too much shit going on in my head. You have no idea. When I say that I am not sane, I say this. Because other than this, explaining my life, out of character. My life, I mean my lore as a VTuber. Because this channel is not real. Okay. Back in character. Anyway. I have to explain my lore. Okay, I have to explain everything about that. I also have to write a deity. And on top of that, I have work for the unit. I have work for the institute. And the institute is a fucking bitch. Oh, thank you, gotta go. It's fine. Oh yeah, I have to go too. I wanted to play something, but I'm not going to play something. Yeah, you reminded me that I actually have to end this as well. Because, first of all, winding down. Second of all, I need to shower. I might be a shapeshifter, but, you gotta wash yourself. Go shower too if you can, or you have to. Don't be stinky. Do not be the stereotypical League of Legends player. So, yeah. I'll end this as well. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much to the people who followed, and see you next time. Bye bye. Where's the? Oh, I'm already in OBS.